Hello, my name is Shane, and this is my digital story. So, I grew up in Clayton, Delaware, which is just north of Dover, and I lived with my mom, dad, and older sister, who actually loved picking on me as a kid. Growing up, I always enjoyed helping out others whenever I could. I was actually seen as the class clown in middle school, and I always figured if I did something stupid that could get someone who was having a bad day to laugh or smile, then I might be able to turn their bad day into a good one. But during middle school and even early high school, I never really enjoyed school. It's School felt more like a chore to me, and because of this, I never really did well in school, not getting good grades. And I even failed my freshman science class, and I hate science now because of this. But as I was stumbling over myself, my friends were doing really well in school, and it seemed like everyone around me was ascending to the top as I watched and got left behind. So I decided to try and change and started trying in school. And during junior year of high school, I actually started doing really well. Kids even started labeling me as a smart kid, even though I wasn't really that smart. They even started coming to me asking for help with homework and studying, and it felt good that people could rely on me and they came to me for guidance. And this is around the time I actually started thinking that I might like being a teacher. Now, I didn't know I wanted to teach English until much later. I'm actually really good at math and history, but math isn't fun unless you know what you're doing, and it takes a lot of work to know what you're doing. And history is something I've always enjoyed. But soon I realized that I wanted to actually travel and meet and learn from as many people as I possibly could. And so I started doing some research and learned about teaching English as a foreign language, or TEFL for short. I decided that this was what I wanted to do, and so I enrolled in the English department and at the university, and now here I am with all of you in audio form. Now, growing up, I never really had many people or events that influenced my life. Of course, if I had Mr. Culver as a teacher, I would say he would be my influence, but I didn't. Shout out to Mr. Culver, though. But really, in life, I think people don't really realize that I think we ourselves are our biggest influence. I mean, yeah, we learn from other people, but it's the things that we like and take away from those other people that allow us to find ourselves and find our own identity. It allows us to be us. But when it comes to teaching, I think the best way for us to learn is to be able to actually do the work and then failing at the work we are doing as students and teachers. I think by failing at whatever it is we are doing is the best way for us to learn and grow within whatever it is we're doing, whether it be teaching or learning. Now, I'm not saying go and fail all of your students so that they'll learn. Please don't do that. But our students will fail and they will stumble like I did. And it's our job as teachers to help guide them towards the right path and watch them stumble a bit. But soon that stumble can turn into a walk, and that walk into a run. And soon they're running towards great things within their lives. And that's all because of our help and guidance. And I think the most important thing we as teachers can do is help guide our students. Now, this has been my digital story, but I wanted to leave you guys with a quote from a Greek writer named Nikos Kazantzakis. He said, "True teachers are those who use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross, then, having facilitated their crossing, joyfully collapse, encourage them to create their own."